All right, good to be back here again. And today I'm going to be talking about another very special and important topic. And I want you to pay attention to the end. So today is the 1st of May when I'm recording this video, and I'm so glad to be in the month of May. Like the whole year 2023 is really like running so fast. I can remember when I was in January. Now we're in May and we're going to June soon. But anyways, let's go back to the topic of today. And today I'm going to be talking about the worry zone and why we should stop beating ourselves. And I know this might sound new to some people, and I must say we should stop beating ourselves. When I mean stop beating ourselves, does not mean like you physically beat yourself. It means that you you beat your mind, like you're not able to progress because of a lot of things subconsciously you tell yourself. So I'm going to analyze it in a way that I'll make it very understandable. So I I don't, by the way, if you don't know, ChatGPT is a new AI system that can be used replacing Google. So I asked ChatGPT why the human beings beat themselves, and ChatGPT gave me some few points which I would like to talk about in this video. So it told me why do human beings beat themselves, and it gave me a few points. Talked about guilt, talk about shame, it talks about failure, it also talk about human beings comparing themselves to other people. So beating ourselves, I would suggest we should stop beating ourselves. I'm not going to put you, I'm talking to myself too, because I also beat myself in a way. And let me explain how I beat myself sometimes. When I set goals I want to achieve and I'm not able to achieve it within the time frame I set that goal, I am not happy about it. That's a way of me beating myself. I'm not happy about it. And sometimes I have anxiety, and if you're not able to manage your emotions, you just notice that when you're beating yourself, you can't stop beating yourself. You keep going down into the rabbit hole, like you keep hurting yourself, and it only takes the strong and the grace of God to come out from such situation. But why do we beat ourselves? Which I want to talk about today. So feeling of guilt, everyone feels guilt in one way or the other, but we should not be guilty about anything, especially when we do right things. We should not be guilty about anything. And we should also have this mindset that, especially when you have goals and dreams that you want to achieve, life is not an easy journey, right? Life is still roller coaster of challenges. Sometimes you can be up, sometimes you can be down. But in all things, I would just try to encourage that the road to success is not an easy journey. It takes persistence, it takes perseverance, it takes humility, it takes collaboration. So we should not beat ourselves in any way. We should always forgive ourselves. If you have watched my previous video, I talked about forgiveness. If you have not watched it, you should go back and watch my previous video. I think I'm going to attach it to the end of this video that you can watch it. So if we learn to always forgive ourselves, regardless of us being right or wrong, we'll avoid beating ourselves. So comparing ourselves to other people, yeah, let me talk about this. Many people, I myself, I used to compare myself to some situations or to other people, but I've learned to grow that I'm special. I I have greatness within me. So why will I compare myself to other people? Even though sometimes the time frame that you want to achieve something is not being like you're not able to achieve it as you want to achieve it, you still need to stay patient and re-strategize. And because if there's a road to go somewhere and you're going through that road and things are not working in that way, if you keep going through that road, you'll see the same result. So I feel we need to change strategy so that we'll not compare ourselves to other people, because there's a favorite saying that comparing yourself to other people is a thief of joy. So I would suggest we should stop comparing ourselves to other people. We should be unique, and because everyone has greatness within them, it's just all about you discovering the greatness you have within you. So another thing I'll talk about, shame. Yes, not everyone knows how to handle shame, but like if you watch my previous video, I talk about criticism. Criticism and shame goes hand in hand. So we should not beat ourselves because of shame. We should never beat ourselves because of shame, because me personally, if I do things positively, I don't care what anyone thinks about it. I'm shameless when I do things negatively. I'm still shameless because I'm only a human being with emotions, and it's not all the time I'll be good. I'll be right. Sometimes I can be wrong, but it's all about me knowing myself better. So I'm going to wrap this video by reading like something from a book. I don't know if I have this book here. Is this book? This book, Seneca, Life is Long. It talks about life is long if you know how to use it. And the idea I'm going to read from this book is going to also expatiate more on this video. So on page 1 of this video, not the video, page 1 of the book, Seneca talk about on the shortness of life, and he said something on page 1. He said, "It is not that we don't have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough and sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievement if it were all well invested." So I'm also going to read from page 15 of this book. Page 15. It says life is divided into 3 periods: the past, the present, and the future. Of this, the present is short, the future is doubtful, and the past is certain. So if we can wrap it here, like you talk about the present is short. Like me, I always talk like we should live in the moment, because we have to take life step by step. Because if we don't live in the moment, we worry too much about the future, and they talk about the future is doubtful, and if you worry too much about the future, you beat yourself in a whole lot of ways, and the past is certain. So we should forget the past. It has happened, it's certain. If we rely on the past, we'll not be able to move forward from point A to B. So if you like to read, I would suggest this very small hand copy book. It's Seneca on the Shortness of Life, and it will give you idea on how you can balance your life. So let's wrap the video in this way, the action question. So I want you to tell me in the description below, the comment section below, where and when have you beaten yourself? And with these ideas and tips you learned from this video, now what will you start doing to stop beating yourself? And I think we've come to the end of this video. I was able to keep it within 10 minutes, and so excited for May, and I'm going to be dropping another amazing video in June. In June, and I think that's all. Bye for now.